But you know what? From Megan's work for women, we move on to another amazing woman. I'm loving this woman thing we've got going. Yes. The lovely and inspiring Danie Gomez-Ortigoza. Yes.
Welcome.
Welcome, Latinx
She is
Now.
the brains behind Journey of a Braid and has inspired the world with her unapologetically feminist and Latina approach to beauty and self-love.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We're so happy to have you.
So happy.
I am so happy to be here.
She's literally a walking piece of art. Like a walking piece of art.
I
You
like that.
understand.
I'm going to
You
stick to that.
understand. I love it.
Absolutely. Now, of course, part of this art is, of course, this braid, you know, that sort of characterizes you, right? It's not the only thing about you, but it does characterize you. So what can you tell us behind the meaning of it? Because I know there's meaning to it.
So basically, this braid is my feminist manifesto. For me, it has all been about intentions. It's, you know, when you braid, there's so much power that you're garnering and that you're calling upon you. So that's where it comes from. And it's all about helping other women and helping other women succeed.
I love that.
I
mean,
love
I you know, truthfully, I never thought of that. I was just like, okay, it's just a
Woman
braid.
power.
It's a hairstyle.
I know, but
right?
when you actually think about it, really, making a braid is a whole process, and
It's a ritual.
it's a ritual.
I love that.
I
And
love
it's
that.
indigenous, so it's coming from the roots of where we come from, and there's so much history attached to it. And I want to make this something that becomes an intention every day and like a reason for your day to be different. So
Oh, well, I
want her to braid me
I
every
really feel in
day.
touch with that story because I'm also Mexican, so we're fellow Mexicans.
Mexican
So
power.
maybe a
Well,
little
I'm not
bit,
Mexican, but I'm kind of. I was in another life.
but maybe later you can braid me, and we can see how that process
I would love
goes.
to braid you, and your hair is perfect for it.
Awesome.
All right, we'll make that happen.
Awesome. So you also have an organization with fellow fashion bloggers called Fashion for Good. And in the past, you've donated funds to India, but this year it is extra special because you're helping kids in Venezuela. Tell us more about that.
I am so excited about this year because even last year when it was our first try, we were a little bit concerned of how it would come upon. And then it was such a success that now that we have a stable organization, we want to help Venezuela, we want to help the children of Venezuela and bring lots of hope and good things to them.
But wait, is it just female bloggers that you're working with?
You're welcome to join us.
No, because I mean, there are, yes. For example,
fashion
I would love to
bloggers
help.
are-
There's a lot of men
we
that would love
also
to help.
want to have men in our organization. It's just that sometimes when you say fashion, men feel excluded, which they shouldn't.
He doesn't.
I don't.
You don't,
Do
you're
it
right.
with his tie-dye and things.
So this whole thing started because Martha Garef, who is also into fashion, really wanted to do something for India initially. And then she got us all together, and we're a group of, I mean, we're 10, and we're about to open it to about 20. And we're all just joining our forces to use our social media, not only to talk about fashion, which
Right.
sometimes gets boring and it is lacking a bit of depth. So that's what we're changing, and now we hope to make an amazing year for Venezuela.
That's awesome. I love meeting people like you because I'm like, man, I got to do more. You know,
That's what
seriously.
happens to me
Join
also.
us. No, seriously,
and
I love
also
that.
all
I'm
your
joining
vibe,
her.
and when you're so thankful and you do all these things with intention. So like we were talking behind the scenes, like everything you say now I want to do. Like you have all these rituals in the morning.
She's teaching us
So,
all the things now.
Yes, we're gonna be more thankful and more grateful all the time with intention, living with intention.
Exactly. It's so important, you know, and especially the mirror conversations that you have every morning.
Of course.
Every time you see yourself in the mirror, you're talking to yourself. So make sure that the messages that you're giving to you are the right ones.
Right.
Instead of focusing on, oh, I don't like this, all right? No, let's make it about who can I help today?
Beautiful.
What can I do
Yeah,
different?
that's beautiful.
That's awesome.
All right, so now we heard that you were also with Salma Hayek, right? At a forum, right, for like economy and society. Is that correct? Like,
Exactly.
I honestly, I read a little bit about it, but I'd love to hear it from you.
This was an incredible opportunity that came to me at a point where I had just had my second child, and I wasn't sure about what women could really do, because when you're a mother, it's really hard to sort of find a way to you know, like just to divide your time. And they asked me to put together the top 50 women from Mexico and to take them to France to this forum in Deauville. The head of our organization was Salma Hayek, of our committee, of the Mexican delegation, actually. And so I learned so much from these women. And I always braided my hair. The last day they asked me to braid their hair as well. And it was such a special thing because there are all the CEOs of the world, top artists, sports athletes.
And you're there
I
braiding them all.
And I realized the power that this has. And so I didn't use the scarf at that point, but that came afterwards. And then I made sure that I would always remember, just like we do with Kabbalah and these things. I wanted to make sure that I remembered what I had learned through
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Well, it's
That's
interesting. You say
amazing.
that you
Sure.
learned from them. I'm sure that they learned from you as well, without a
hope
doubt.
so.
And
Everyone
you brought
learns
up,
from her.
right? Of
What do you
course.
mean?
I've already learned so much.
I've been in Miami, like been like coming and going like for a year, and I met her like over a year ago, I think, and like I'm obsessed with her. I've always been. And now she's amazing, and she has like an energy that's like not even normal. So
Of course.
It is. You do
She's
have a beautiful
amazing.
energy. And also for other people who want to get into the look or all this inspiration, you are now an entrepreneur and you are selling your bands. Tell us more about that.
Promo it, baby. Promo
It's called
it.
Canvas. Sha-da-da-da.
There you go.
Yes. And
I
these
love
are
the
my,
logo.
my
Super cute.
Mexican canastitas. They're made in Oaxaca. And the logo, it's all about this because it's all about bringing people together. That's
Okay.
what my intention has always been. You know, I've been an expat for a long time in many different cities. And I realized that this is what makes you strong, having a big community of people, not only women, that you can rely upon. So yeah, that's what this is. And I want to make sure that people can braid themselves. And I love that those people that are buying my product are usually women that go out and they're in, you know, they manifest themselves and they're striving for change. Right. So I love to see that energy is being channeled.
Oh my God,
And
this
they're-
is fantastic.
And that
It's
they're
really
also
good.
learning something different because
Of
it doesn't
course.
look easy.
Yeah.
It's super easy.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Is it super
Yeah.
easy? Super easy?
All right, you got to get it done. Guys, I see you really
gotta
wanted to
get
get
it.
this
I
done
gotta
for
get it.
sure.
Braid it for me when I get my hair extensions.
I will.
This is wonderful
We'll
because
do this another day.
it is, you know, it is uniting people. It is helping so many different people, and it's got to do with fashion. I mean, this is it's a perfect combination. So, I mean, fantastic, congratulations, and again, we want to continue learning from you for sure.
If you want to know about Little Xan or the Oscars
Fashion.
or fashion,
Or Meghan Markle.
Or Meghan Markle, what else?
we always want to know about
Look at you.
Meghan Markle. You know what you guys have to do?
Royal.
Press a button that says subscribe.
That's it. It's easy.
Easy like not me.
Easy peasy.